8 years ago I was in Rayside, a medium secure mental health hospital. I found that difficult because a lot of the patients, they were struggling. I was struggling to move forward, I guess. I found it a challenge. I was diagnosed with bipolar affective disorder and had to have therapy to do with my early warning signs, my symptoms, and how to manage them. That was a lot of work. The first time Musical Connections came to Rayside, I thought, this is good. This is exciting. The musicians gave me a lot of attention and asked if I'd like to get involved. As a result of those meetings, I started playing the bass in my room. I'd always played bass. I used to have a bass guitar at home, but because of my mental health, the practicing declined. I suppose it all got reignited at that time, and then we recorded a song, an original song written through project sessions. The first line went, "You don't know what it's like to be lonely." It was about my thoughts and feelings at the time. I was in a pretty dark space, I guess. I did feel isolated. But I did move on from there. We did some recording sessions with another patient, some bluesy songs, and I thought, wow, this is great. I've never had this kind of attention before. And then other patients became involved as well. We did quite a few songs, and I was given a CD, so I'd have a record of what we'd done to listen to in my room. I kept playing it over and over again. I found it very fulfilling, I guess. I was still in Rayside when I first started coming to Musical Connections, so there was a transitional period. I remember being brought to sessions with another patient by staff, and that was my first taster of a group session in the community. I thought that when I came out of hospital, I would be even more isolated. I found it difficult because my friends had moved on. I had mental health issues and only really had music and art to fall back on. But Musical Connections kind of took all that loneliness away. In the early days it kept me going. Not that I didn't still have my difficult periods. I still do. I have ups and downs quite severely. But music and art takes my mind away from those things, and I took advantage of having the freedom to go to those sessions. For the first group session, I think I just listened in. I can't remember if I did very much. But I met other musicians for the first time. I befriended some of them and we got on really well. One of the Musical Connections lead artists said, "You've got a really good talent there on the bass and you're able to pick up things." So I got a lot of encouragement, which is what I needed. And this is a really positive aspect to the project. Musical Connections works on the skills you already have and builds on them. I began to make links with individuals as time went on. I didn't feel any stigma about where I'd come from. I just wanted to contribute and help others where I could. So Musical Connections really helped with the transition into the community. I'd have been quite cut off otherwise. My moods are not as bad when I'm doing Musical Connections compared to when I'm on my own, and I like the social aspect. When I first came out of hospital, I was only doing Musical Connections. I didn't have any other activities. But what Musical Connections has done is that it's signposted me to other activities. It made me think, hang on, I could do other things if I organised my time. That was as a result of having the confidence that I built up at Musical Connections. Being involved with music has opened the doors a little bit. Now I volunteer on outreach projects with other organisations. We go to schools, we go to colleges, to a special school for disadvantaged children. We have contact with people with autism, Down syndrome, and people with profound physical disabilities. I'm also doing some courses at college to do with exploring behaviour, assertiveness, that sort of thing. I do drama. We work towards doing showcases. We write all our own material, then we perform it. I'm also doing peer support work, and I might even be going back to Rayside to help with that. I'm still involved with Musical Connections, and now I've moved on to doing things like the band ADHD, which is a band formed of Musical Connections members. I get immense pleasure being in ADHD. It's amazing. I've never had the opportunity to play bass in a band at that level before, with that sort of encouragement. We play at all the mental health charity fund days and are now doing mainstream gigs in pubs around Birmingham. People know that I have a mental health issue, but I'm trying to cross the boundaries and get past all that. I'm accepted. I've made some really good friends at Musical Connections. I've struck up a good bond with a lot of people there. When I first started, I didn't have that. But now it's changed so much. I enjoy being in the moment. I enjoy what we do and enjoy being in the groups and working off each other. I've learnt new skills, developed more confidence and assertiveness, that sort of thing, which mental health does sometimes take away. You have to try and get those skills back. It's true, I've been on that journey. I'm still trying to get to that point now. But it's hard. It's hard to do. I wouldn't describe myself as an isolated person anymore. I've come a long, long way in the last 8 years. By keeping myself busy, I'm diverting my attention away from my illness. So yeah, I've come a long way.